Hello, gamers! Alright, so today I have a video that you've seen the title. It is titled, My Way Too Optimistic Final Roster Predictions. Not even a prediction, it's just my way too optimistic final roster. Now, I filled out the rest of the character select screen because it looks, better when the whole screen is full, I guess. There's my reasoning for adding 12 more characters. Now, I do need to state, I don't think this will happen. It's why I titled it Way Too Optimistic. Truth be told, I might expect 4 to 6 DLC characters at the most. I would love to be wrong, but hey, optimism, right? We'll see what happens. Either way, let me start with the first character. Timmy Turner. He's an obvious one, right? Many people want to see him, myself obviously included, which is why he's on here. I think it would please so many people, just setting aside any possible issues with any character, with any whatever. None of that matters in here. This is just like, hey, it'd be great to see. Optimism, right? So Timmy Turner's up first. Second character that I think a lot of people would like to see, myself included, which is why they're on this list. I'm going to go Crimson Chin. Gotta go Crimson Chin. I think I just had a yay or nay episode on him. A lot of people were like, yeah, I'd love to see him. He's practically built for the game. He'd be very fun. Chin, the disjoints with his moves, like, come on. The dude he's literally built for fighting, and having another superhero on the roster, that ain't too bad either. That's not too bad either. So there's the first two. Character number 3 for the Way Too Optimistic roster, Tigre and Jenny. This one, I have very high on my personal list of wanting characters. I just think it's one of those franchises that you may not think of at first if you're coming up with a list of characters. Maybe you have to, really kind of start actually digging through everything, digging through all the franchises before you're like, yo, Legend of El Tigre, Manny Rivera. Like, I remember that show. I think once the name gets brought up, he's one of those characters that it's like, yes, actually, I would be down for that. So, for me, he's one of my top most wanted characters, and I would love to see him. Just brings a really cool, fun playstyle. Simple as that. Character number 4, Jenny, XJ9. Simple. Again, like Timmy, one of the most requested, if not, maybe the most requested character. Yeah, maybe the most requested character for Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. XJ9, again, the moveset. I don't think there's anything I can really say that hasn't already been said about her in several other videos, so it's just Jenny. I hope she makes it in the roster. Fingers crossed. Alright, character number 5. We're going to go with the Angry Beavers. I would love to see, since it's DLC, they might have a little bit more time for developing characters. Now, I don't know the exact amount of time it takes to develop a single character. For example, say it's 3 months to develop one character. Now, what if they make the Angry Beavers a 2-in-1, where they practically work like the Ice Climbers, for example? Again, you could have them separate and they do their own things, that's fine, but I'd like to see 2-in-1, Daggett, Norbert following each other around, and maybe they could even have a fun move, that, like, say, down special, where they actually swap places, so then moves actually become different. But how do I want to explain this a little bit better? You start with Daggett, right? And Norbert's running around, he's following you. So you go into the air and say you do like a light up air, and it's a tail slap upwards, right? They both go tail slap. So it's kind of like a multi-hit, right? You can keep stuff that like that the same, but then special moves might be a little bit different. Maybe strong attacks might be a little bit different. So they're 2-in-1, but they'll have a mechanic where you swap them out and the moves still become different. So in a way, it's like old Zelda Sheik. It's kind of like Pyra/Mythra. They got some similarities, but yet they're still different to a degree, and they're still 2-in-1 Ice Climber combo. So kind of combining everything of 2-in-1 characters into one giant character in this case. So Angry Beaver, yeah, on my list. Next up, Rocco. Again, part of the Holy Four. At this point, we're only missing one. You probably know who that is, but we'll talk about him in probably like 10 seconds. But either way, Rocco nonetheless. Grew up with him. I do really want to see him on the roster. I think he would be rather fun just to play, just to see him back in the spotlight again. Fairly simple. Speaking of the Holy Four, next up, there he is, Hugh Neutron, right? Sciencey, magic-y, gadgets, all that sort of sci-fi type of possible moves. He's just a character everybody knows, everybody loves. In my Yay or Nay series, he's actually the number 1 most he's got the highest percentage of all the characters that we've done so far, which is like, what? We've done 18 characters so far, and he's got the the best percentage for a yes-to-no ratio. It's like 98.2% of the people want to see him playable, so that's crazy, myself included. Next up, I mean, come on, it's Hugh Neutron. Who doesn't want to see this guy a part of the roster? Who doesn't want to see Hugh Neutron? I mean, like, look, if we're going to go optimistic, right? If we're going to really go optimistic, don't just go, all right, here's just basically everybody that's a main character. No. Look for some side characters. Look for characters that might not get brought up enough. Maybe go for that meme status. Who cares? Just have fun with whoever you want. There's nothing wrong with wanting any character, right? If you want them because their hair color's brown, okay, that's your reasoning. I'm not gonna argue. I'm not gonna judge. But Hugh Neutron, pies, ducks, jogging. He's got a weird jogging thing, doesn't he? Or maybe he doesn't. I don't know. But pies and ducks. What else do you need? Nothing. He's got it all, man. Shadow Realm. That's what it is. He needs a Shadow Realm. But up next, though, next character, Angelica. Now, I thought about this one for a bit. This one, I do think Rugrats could definitely use another rep to the series. I thought about Tommy. I thought about other ones, but ultimately I settled on Angelica. And I am actually taking a comment from my Yay or Nay Tommy episode, I believe, where somebody said, no, nobody wants to beat up a baby, but everybody wants to beat up Angelica. That's why I have her on here, I guess. I suppose that's why. So, yeah, Angelica's on here. Sure, why not? And Rugrats, yeah, they're a big enough franchise. They deserve more than one rep, right? Although Reptar's pretty awesome. Next up, Squidward. I mean, you could list numerous different SpongeBob characters. Could have had Mr. Krabs and Plankton, Mrs. Puff, Man Ray, Dirty Bubble, the old guys that are the superheroes. I'm drawing a blank on their name right now. That's kind of awkward. But you could have so many. Karen, like Fred the Fish if you want. There's so many possibilities, but I definitely think for the optimistic roster part, I could see at least one more SpongeBob character coming. And I think, from what I've personally seen, Squidward seems to be more wanted than Krabs or Plankton, at least, so that's why I threw Squidward on here over the other guys. So there's that reasoning. 2 characters left for the optimistic roster. Come on, Zuko. I mean, it's Avatar. It's the same thing as Rugrats could deserve more reps, and I really wouldn't be surprised if this series gets more reps. In this case, the Avatar series. Zuko, firebending, highly requested character. Before Toph was officially revealed, I think Zuko was more of the wanted out of all of them, but it ended up being Toph, and Toph is fun. Toph can be annoying, but still needs a fix with that floating air platform. That needs to disappear after a little while, because you got some weird out-of-bounds things that it's like, what? Now I can't catch you. But whatever. Zuko, nonetheless, easy. Now, one final character. I ended up going with something that's a character that's been talked about quite a bit recently due to an interview. Some people are going to know where I'm going with this, but why not end off with a bang? Goku. Look, if Goku is actually possible to make it in this game, I say go for it. Go for it. I'm not saying you got... Just because... And this isn't Smash Bros. Just brought in Sora, which we thought was absolutely impossible to do. No, I'm not saying you got to match Smash. This has nothing to do... Any of these characters have nothing to do with Smash. I'm just saying, for the game itself, to get a character like this a part of the roster, you know how much buzz that draws to the game? You know how much excitement that draws? People are going to be like, wait a minute, I should actually try this game. I should actually pick it up. I'm going to buy it and play it. It's a character that's got staying power. His name draws people to wherever he is. So if this can logically happen, I say go for it. If you can make it. If he's too expensive, that's fine. Can't happen. But for the optimistic roster, sure, why not? Throw Goku on there. Now, some people will say, where's this character and this character? There's no more room on the character select screen, and I didn't want to shrink it down because it was going to take way too much time. But either way, like Garfield, where's Sure, throw Garfield on the optimistic roster too. But we already know he's coming. Where's Shredder? We know he's probably coming. He's not on here, but whatever. This is just the optimistic roster for now. Of course, you can improve it and expand it with whoever you want, but that's mine for right now. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think about this way too optimistic roster. How many DLC characters do you expect in total? I think 4, 6 at maximum. 6 at the absolute maximum. I don't know if this the DLC cycle for this game will go on for years, or if Nick will just say, all right, yeah, do 2 characters and then that's it, we're moving on. I don't know, maybe Nick is like Nickelodeon. Maybe they're like, yeah, we want to continue this. People want to keep giving us money. Okay, we'll let them keep giving us money. And in return, Ludosity's making it, and Game Mill and all them Fair Play Labs are involved. It's a fun product so far. I'm enjoying it. So look forward to the future and seeing what gets added, gets changed, and all that stuff. But there's my way too optimistic roster, nonetheless. Hope you guys enjoyed. As always, if you want to, feel free to drop your own way too optimistic roster. You want 50 characters? You want 1,000,000 characters? All right, list them all. I dare you. Nobody's going to list 1,000,000 characters. I doubt it. But that is it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed. And I guess I'll see you when I'm looking at you.